What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and this is an unboxing and review of the new Katana mags from Jet Blaster. Now, Jet Blaster came out with their Katana mags a while back in orange, but this is a new variant. We have transparent clear and transparent black. Both are really cool. I love transparent magazines. They are definitely my go-to when I run full-length magazines. So it's really cool to have my favorite half-length dart magazine in the transparent and transparent black. So let's go ahead and crack these things open. They still have the same awesome packaging as before, and if you guys did not see my original review for the Katana mags, definitely check the link above for that. So let's go ahead and get these things open. Alright, we have freed them from their transparent packages, and they feel and look awesome. Now, they have made a few differences, I believe. I believe these are made out of polycarbonate, and the other ones I think are made out of ABS. That's my understanding. I could be wrong on that. And I think they've also changed up the bottom a little bit, as the spring used to rest below the screws, I believe, and now they've filled that in with a flat plastic piece, and it will rest on top. So I don't think there was anything wrong with the way they did it before, but this should make it work a little bit more consistent and a little bit better, I guess. There's definitely a reason, and it probably also strengthens the bottom a little bit, as I think one of the big cons to the Katana mag is the fact there's no rubber bumpers, and they have not added that, which I'm a little surprised they didn't add rubber bumpers to the bottom. But they do make that 3D printed part that you can put on the bottom of it, so it will kind of protect the bottom of the magazine. Although if you put those on, I don't really see you being able to stack them together like this in a magazine pouch. So let's go ahead and remove the magazine from its magazine adapter. I also have the OG orange one here. We'll look at that also. So there's all three side by side, and they look pretty darn cool, I do have to say so myself. They do seem to be the same size as before, so they haven't changed anything there. Now, I know I could fit 16 darts pretty easily in this, so we will see if this one can fit 16. They're only meant to hold 15, so these may only hold 15 since they've changed that bottom plate. I'm not sure. We will definitely try to find that out. They still have those nubs on the inside that you can remove if you want to, or keep, and that keeps you from loading a dart when your magazine is empty, which I think is actually a really cool feature. And they are still able to be loaded either direction, so whatever way you start loading darts in, you should be fine. You just have to make sure you load your magazine in the correct direction, obviously, when putting it into the blaster. But that is pretty neat that you can load them in either way. So they still have those features. So seems to be very, very similar. They haven't really changed a whole lot, except for the material, which does seem to be a bit stronger. I know polycarbonate is a stronger material than ABS, and they have changed that bottom part, which I think is a nice touch. So let's go ahead and load up some darts. All right, have them loaded up with worker half-length darts, and they do hold 16 darts, so that's cool. Still the same capacity, which is neat. And I'm not sure they recommend you put 16 in them, but they will hold 16. So let's go ahead and take a look at the magazine adapters and see if there's any differences with those. There are the three magazine adapters. They all look basically identical, besides obviously the color. And I'm sure they all are exactly the same. Obviously these are polycarb and this is ABS. But other than that, they do still seem to be identical. So let's go ahead and put these in a blaster and see how it works. All right, got Logan here. Now, Logan has not been fired for a while, so hopefully this works out okay. But, you know, all in all, the magazine should still work the same. We'll go ahead and put the transparent black one in, and that just locks in. And this should fit into pretty much any magazine well on any blaster. As long as your blaster is set up to shoot half-length darts, these should work, except for maybe like the Worker Prophecy, which I know there are some blasters that magazine needs to be a little further forward to work, but they do make 3D printed adapters like this for that issue. But most sealed breeches and jet blaster kits, and most kits work with these. So let's go ahead and fire some off. Now, one thing I did notice is these do come pre-lubricated, which is a really good addition. The orange ones, when I first got those, they were not lubricated, so I do like that they've added a bit of lubricant to these, and that should help things out. So let's go ahead and see how they fire. Seem to work all right there. So Logan still seems to be working pretty darn well, so that's good. And then one of the cool tricks is you can drop your magazine like this. Although this does not seem to be dropping free. There's a little bit of friction there. It may have to do with my breech actually. So I wouldn't say that that's necessarily the magazine design, but I know that you should be able to drop those free. The clear one works just the same. Yeah, so that one slid right out. So that's good. We'll see this again. Okay, so maybe there's a little more friction with the transparent black one to the clear one. I don't know why, but it is interesting. So that one slid right out. So I honestly don't really like that because they do have the tendency to break that way, but I don't really do this, but some people do like to do that and then load in their next magazine. So let's see if we load it this way. Okay, so when I loaded it this direction, it drops free, but if I load it this way, it's a little tighter for whatever reason. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm not too concerned about it, but they are working pretty well. We'll go ahead and fire some out of the clear one, and I'll go ahead and change the adapter here just for testing all the product here. Give it all a good review. Put that in, load this in, and here we go. Blowing up darts. So that seems to work well. We'll go ahead and see if this drops out. So that drops out just fine. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I really like these magazines. I have a whole loadout built to these magazines, as you can see here. And if you're interested in this loadout, check the link above, as I did a whole video on this. But they are just awesome because you can keep so many of them on. Like, there's 9 magazines in here, and it is just so much more compact because you don't have to have a full size magazine on you, so you can carry a lot more ammo in a lot less space. So that's really, really cool. I probably won't be buying a bunch of the clear or transparent black ones anytime soon, since I've stocked up on the orange ones, but I probably do prefer the clear or the transparent black ones to the orange ones, just because I like that look. And the material should be a bit stronger, and they come lubricated, so they have made some upgrades to those. So I would recommend buying those over the orange ones, but it's all obviously personal preference. If you already have orange ones, then maybe stick with those. But as me shooting this video, they do have a small sale going on the Katana mags. So definitely check out jetblaster.com. I will link all this information in the description box below. The clear ones and transparent black ones are not for sale right yet. They're in pre-order, so you can buy them, and then they should ship out sometime end of June, I believe. I'm not sure exactly. And Jet sometimes isn't the best at keeping to those dates, so don't quote me on anything. So you can pre-order the magazines I showed you today. If you want a more in-depth review of these magazines, check out my old review. It went into a little bit more depth than this one, but hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Thank you, Jet, for sending the Katana mags my way. They look awesome, and look forward to reviewing more of your products in the future. As always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Please subscribe, and as always, peace out.